Mastering Business Frameworks, your ultimate guide. In the ever-shifting landscape of business, we often find ourselves grappling with complexity. How do we make sense of market forces, customer behavior, and technological disruption? How do we translate grand visions into concrete actions and measurable outcomes? The answer, more often than not, lies in the power of business frameworks. These frameworks, honed by leading consulting firms and academics, are more than just theoretical constructs. They're battle-tested tools forged in the crucible of real-world business challenges. They provide a common language, a shared understanding, a roadmap for navigating the labyrinth of decision-making. Over the next few minutes, we'll embark on a journey together, exploring 6 essential business frameworks that can empower you to lead with greater clarity, purpose, and impact. These frameworks are not about rigid adherence, but about providing a mental model, a starting point for asking the right questions and unlocking the innovative potential within your organization. Let's begin our exploration with a framework that helps us think about innovation and growth across different time horizons. McKinsey's 3 Horizons of Growth. Imagine 3 horizons stretching out before you. The first horizon represents your core business, the engine that drives your current success. These are the products and services that define you today, and your focus here is on maximizing their value, optimizing efficiency, and defending your market position. But as we shift our gaze to the second horizon, we encounter emerging opportunities, the seeds of future growth. This horizon is about exploring adjacencies, new customer segments, product line extensions, or geographic expansions. It's about investing in initiatives that hold the promise of significant growth in the midterm, even if they don't yet generate the same revenue as your core business. Finally, we arrive at the third horizon, a place of exploration, experimentation, and potentially disruptive innovation. This is where we challenge existing assumptions, invest in research and development, and explore entirely new business models. The third horizon is about creating the future, even if that future is 5 to 10 years away. The 3 Horizons framework reminds us that sustainable growth requires a balanced portfolio of initiatives, some focused on optimizing the present, others on nurturing the near future, and still others on creating entirely new possibilities. It's about managing for today while investing in tomorrow. Now let's turn our attention to a classic framework for portfolio management, the BCG Growth-Share Matrix. Developed by the Boston Consulting Group, this matrix provides a simple yet powerful way to assess the strategic position of your products or business units. Picture a 2x2 matrix. The vertical axis represents market growth rate, while the horizontal axis represents relative market share. Each quadrant in this matrix represents a different type of business, each requiring a distinct strategic approach. In the top left quadrant, we have the stars high growth, high share businesses that are often the envy of the market. These are your rising stars, and they require significant investment to fuel their continued growth and maintain their leadership position. Moving to the bottom left, we encounter the cash cows, low growth, high share businesses that generate more cash than they consume. These are your steady earners, and your focus here is on maximizing profitability and milking the cash flow to fund investments in other areas. The top right quadrant is home to the question marks, high growth, low share businesses that hold potential but require careful consideration. These are your gambles, and your decision here is whether to invest heavily to turn them into stars or to let them fade away. Finally, in the bottom right quadrant, we have the dogs, low growth, low share businesses that drain resources and offer limited potential. These are your underperformers, and the difficult but often necessary decision is to divest or discontinue them. In today's hyper-competitive marketplace, understanding and exceeding customer expectations is paramount to success. This brings us to Bain & Company's Net Promoter Score, or NPS, a simple yet powerful metric that gauges customer loyalty and predicts business growth. The beauty of NPS lies in its simplicity. It boils down to a single question. On a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend this company, product or service to a friend or colleague? Based on their responses, customers are categorized into 3 groups: promoters, passives, and detractors. Promoters, those who give a score of 9 or 10, are your brand champions. your loyal enthusiasts who generate positive word of mouth and drive new business. Passives with scores of 7 or 8 are satisfied but not necessarily enthusiastic, susceptible to competitive offerings. Detractors scoring 6 or below are your unhappy customers, more likely to share negative experiences and potentially damage your brand reputation. To calculate your NPS, simply subtract the percentage of detractors from the percentage of promoters. The true power of NPS lies not just in the score itself, but in the insights it provides. By analyzing feedback from promoters, you can identify what you're doing well and amplify those strengths. Conversely, understanding the reasons behind detractors' dissatisfaction can help you address pain points and improve your offerings. Chapter 4: Deloitte's Digital Maturity Model. In today's digital age, it's no longer enough to simply acknowledge the importance of technology. Organizations must embrace digital transformation to remain competitive and thrive in a rapidly evolving landscape. Deloitte's Digital Maturity Model provides a roadmap for this journey, helping businesses assess their current state and chart a course toward digital maturity. This model assesses an organization's digital maturity across 5 key dimensions: culture, customer, strategy, technology, and operations. Each dimension is further evaluated across different stages of maturity, from digital novice to digital leader. The culture dimension examines an organization's openness to change, its willingness to embrace experimentation, and its ability to foster a digital-first mindset. The customer dimension focuses on how effectively an organization leverages digital technologies to enhance customer experience, personalize interactions, and build lasting relationships. The strategy dimension assesses an organization's ability to integrate digital into its overall business strategy, aligning digital initiatives with core business objectives. The technology dimension evaluates an organization's technology infrastructure, its ability to leverage data and analytics, and its adoption of emerging technologies. Finally, the operations dimension examines how effectively an organization uses digital to streamline processes, improve efficiency, and drive operational excellence. By assessing their digital maturity across these 5 dimensions, organizations can identify their strengths and weaknesses, prioritize areas for improvement, and develop a tailored roadmap for digital transformation. Chapter 5: Accenture's Value Chain Analysis. In today's interconnected world, understanding your organization's value chain is more critical than ever. Accenture's value chain analysis provides a comprehensive framework for doing just that, enabling businesses to optimize their operations, enhance efficiency, and drive sustainable growth. This model goes beyond traditional linear representations of the value chain, emphasizing the interconnectedness of various activities and the importance of data and technology in creating value. It comprises 5 key phases: mobilize, sense, analyze, configure, and operate. The mobilize phase involves identifying and prioritizing opportunities to create value, aligning stakeholders around a shared vision, and defining the scope of the analysis. The sense phase focuses on gathering data from various sources: internal systems, external partners, market trends, to gain a comprehensive understanding of the value chain. In the analyze phase, data is transformed into actionable insights, identifying bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and areas for improvement. The configure phase involves designing and implementing solutions to address the identified challenges, leveraging technology, process redesign, and organizational change management. Finally, the operate phase focuses on embedding the changes into the organization's DNA, ensuring ongoing monitoring, measurement, and continuous improvement. This iterative approach allows organizations to adapt to changing market dynamics and seize new opportunities as they arise. Chapter 6: PwC's SARA Model. In the realm of business transformation, we often focus on the technical aspects, the processes, the systems, the data. But what about the human element? How do individuals and teams navigate the often turbulent waters of change? PwC's SARA model provides a valuable framework for understanding and managing the human side of change. This model outlines 5 emotional stages that individuals typically experience during times of significant change. shock, anger, rejection, acceptance, and healing. By recognizing and addressing these stages, leaders can guide their teams through the change process more effectively, minimizing resistance and maximizing buy-in. The shock stage is characterized by surprise, confusion, and a sense of being overwhelmed. Anger often follows as individuals grapple with the implications of the change and may direct their frustration towards the organization or those leading the change. Rejection emerges as a defense mechanism as individuals cling to the familiar and resist the unknown. Acceptance marks a turning point as individuals begin to acknowledge the need for change and start to explore the possibilities that lie ahead. Finally, the healing stage represents a return to a sense of normalcy as individuals adapt to the new reality and begin to thrive in the changed environment. By understanding and empathizing with these emotional stages, leaders can tailor their communication, provide support, and create an environment where individuals feel safe to navigate the change journey. Outro: your framework for success. As we conclude our exploration of these 6 essential business frameworks, remember that they are not silver bullets, they are tools, instruments to be applied with careful consideration, adapted to your specific context, and embraced with a spirit of continuous learning and improvement. Each framework offers a unique perspective, a different lens through which to view your business challenges and opportunities. Whether you're seeking to drive innovation, optimize your portfolio, enhance customer loyalty, navigate digital transformation, streamline your operations, or lead your team through change, there's a framework here to guide your journey. The true power of these frameworks lies not in their rigid application, but in their ability to spark new ideas, facilitate meaningful conversations, and empower you to lead with greater clarity, purpose, and impact. So embrace these frameworks, experiment with them, and discover how they can unlock the full potential within your organization.